Take a breath, hold it tight. Trace the memory in every line. Does anyone feel what I feel? I know you're feeling what I feel. Oh, and every word is a piece of me. Every single note, every breath I breathe is a cry out. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. And I know how it feels to be alone. I've been knocked down, dragged to the cold. Sticks and stones never really did hurt me. I shine this light for the world to see. I'm spilling blood out on the page in every song that I have made. There ain't no other me. I'm giving all of me. Yeah, when I step out on the stage, I sing my love, my fear and rage. For you all see, for you all say, yeah. Take a breath, feel the silence, giving a match and not ignite it. Make it open up your sky, but I'm ending through the night. I know that feels to be alone. I've been knocked down, trying to the cold. Sticks and stones never really did hurt me. I shine this light for the world to see. I'm spilling blood out on the page in every song that I have made. There ain't no other me. I'm giving all of me. Yeah, when I step out on the stage, I sing my love, my fear and rage. For you all see, for you all say, yeah. If there's one thing I want from my life, let it be the songs I sing. Will open your eyes and make you see you're not alone. One thing I want from my life, let it be the songs I sing. Will open your eyes and make you see not alone. I'm spilling blood out on the page in every song that I have made. There ain't no other me. I'm giving all of me. Yeah, when I step out on the stage, I sing my love, my fear and rage. For you all see, just to let you know you're not alone.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Hand of the Eight. Thank you, thank you, all of you. Why are there so many of you? I don't know. But apparently, something about this story is okay. So, yeah. I am your dungeon master this evening, Vaxildan, or Vax, whatever anybody decides to call me, as well as the NPC names. And these are my lovely intrepid heroes. Nope, Augustus, don't even with me right now. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of Hand of the Eight, where a bunch of our crazy ass people are gonna go to a crazy ass circus. Yes, we're going to the circus. Circuses are always nice, right? Right. I am so sorry about the hiatus that we went on. We've had a few of them, but this one was really uncalled for because ya bitch got their wisdom teeth removed. And ya bitch was in pain. Yeah. All of my wisdom teeth got removed at the beginning of March. middle point of March now, and I'm fully recovered. I am so beyond grateful for all of my friends just being here and being amazing. Thank you, Paul, for saying that the stream is amazing. Thank you. Vor. Hold on. Chat pause you to the scroll. Okay, whatever. I'm trying to read who this person is. Vorgax. Ooh. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, it's all fun in games. I have missed this game so much that I basically wrote a script. No. This thing is still going to be as crazy as ever, still going to be as wild as ever, because I've got these assholes to deal with. I mean, these amazing people to deal with. And I am looking forward to the Latacar Curu, because finally, we're going to see the big top event and finally figure out what the hell Avra did with Xenagos. So, those are some of the larger announcements of like, hey, we're not dead. Some of the minor ones, or at least I think they're minor. Hand of the Eight is starting up its own little merch store on Redbubble. If any of you are interested, I'm going to be dropping links at the very end of the stream, hopefully, to be able to send you guys off into the world of manic purchasing to buy all of our merch. We have a Hand of the Eight t-shirt that Layla is wearing, designed by yours truly. We have Chris over here, who has a little sticker shop as well that is starting up. We've got Ryan, who has a Patreon for a bunch of stuff. All the Starfinder videos, if you remember those Starfinder episodes that were replacing Hand of the Eight, that's where they've gone. We've got George being amazing and loving him, and we got Kira being amazing and loving her. And I think that's pretty much it, unless any of you guys have personal announcements you want to put onto the stream. Gotta know. Okay. Let's get back into the Hand of the Eight. Episode 7. The show must go on. With the citizens of the Sunset District finally relocated, our heroes recounted the events of the days previous in great detail. Plans started bouncing around the tavern as the party tried to take their next steps cautiously. Everyone came to the agreement that Awen and Alice should find a safe haven, Katrina's forest hut being the best option. Mastid was attending to the last-minute projects of Nicodranus, so they had more free time on their hands to handle other things. Moro and Kaha were resummoned from their Fey pocket dimensions, safe and sound, and a few upgrades were granted to certain party members. Things that would make saving people in the future a lot easier. After some heartfelt goodbyes, the party finally left Nicodranus in search of the Caravan Bazaar. According to Xenagos, this is where Theros would make its final stand. Unsure of the meaning, everyone made it to the traveling circus, the Latacar Curu. With a fangirling Scylla, the party was introduced to Mustafa, the ringleader, Pharrell, a fire dancer, Ifunyana, the necromancer, and finally Irmatha, the fortune teller. Avra and Taka took some time before the big top performance to scout out the circus, not finding the kidnapped Katrina, but understanding the dynamic of things around a little bit better. Taka found the performers and ringmaster's tents, and Avra found the back entrance to the big top tent, listening in on the conversation with Mustafa and the security personnel. Altero, Chromius, Chris, and Scylla all bought tickets for the events in the Latacar Curu, the fortune teller's tent being the first place of business. Altero stood watch as the other three heroes took their time and had their fortunes told to them. This was a morning of uncovering truths. Who knows what else there is to uncover? But that will have to wait. For the greatest show in Wildmount is about to begin. Okay.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you waited for.
Wow! Can't sing anymore.
It'd be considered a cover. We're good.
I don't want to risk it. So, all of you are currently starting to gather back up. You are reconvening in front of the big top, like, ticket booth here in the Latacar, Curu. So used to saying Nedronis. Let me switch you guys over to the Latacar group again. There we are. Chris, Chromius, and Scylla, you have just finished your fortune readings with Iramatha. Each of you with your tiny little cups, and Chris, the old fortune teller lady comes back out, comes up to you with 2 more cups and says, I completely understand if your friends don't want to come see me because of the show, but I felt that it would only be customary that Avra and Taka got their own little cups of joy.
Oh, I would be sure to give them to them. Thank you.
No problem. And she looks over to Scylla and Chromius and kind of nods and kind of like a second greeting of sorts. You guys have fun here. Do you guys say anything back after she says that?
Thank you, and good luck with your. Are you doing a performance yourself?
In the evening. That's when I do most of my work.
Well, I cannot wait to see it.
I
I'll have to
perform
stick
with the
around.
necromancer at the end of the night.
Oh,
It's just
Good
a
luck.
stage name. She's got
Good
this
luck
whole
to
thing.
you, in particular.
Oh, you're too kind.
Not the first time I've heard this.
Chromius, as you're looking
And
at
modest
her,
as well.
her hands are adorned in rings, emeralds, obsidian rock, and some of them, they're all very expensive. They're on each finger, but her ring fingers have about 2, maybe 3, kind of interlaced. And you can see she's moving her hands around, but as she's moving her hands around, you notice the rings are constantly changing from multiple things. As she's been talking about her performance, as if she's trying to kind of just show off a little bit. This old crone woman still showing she's got tricks. And that's when you notice Mustafa is walking past and she's got her eyes on him. And as soon as he walks by, she stops and looks very exhausted.
Is something wrong, madam?
Oh, no. We have to be constantly putting on our little show here. It just gets very taxing for an old woman.
I can imagine. Trust me, as a former show pony myself,
Oh, show.
I know exactly how it feels to be paraded around as an attraction.
Well, I'll leave you all to it. I'm going to go take care of my own things.
have a good night, and thank you again. It was very interesting.
And may the gods be with you.
Already a changed man, I see. She turns.
I imagine my spear going.
It actually doesn't respond. It just is a spear. It's at this time that Avra, Taka, both of you come back to the group after making your rounds and passing each other and getting back to the front.
The spear gets a little bit short.
You guys missed getting fortunes read.
It's no big. It's fine.
It wasn't as wonderful as you would like it to be, but
Well, no, but it's
It
part of the
was-
experience.
Were they
Interesting, to say the least.
true. As long as the birthday girl is happy, I am happy.
were the answers informative?
In a sense,
I mean, they read the future, so there's only one way to find out.
I may have to talk to her.
She said she was doing a performance in the evening. If you want to stick around and see that.
however, the morning performance, we might want to go and get our seats right now before everything begins.
So good. Lead the way.
Tyler, you pick the seats.
Oh, all right.
It's our birthday. Let the seats.
Chromius, before we go in, could I talk to you for a moment?
Sure.
We'll see if you guys seats.
Yeah.
Real fast,
Chris
before,
just kinda, like-
before the twins speak, I will get these guys seated, but I will come back to you guys, I promise.
Go ahead.
So, the three of you walk inside of the big top tent, and as soon as you walk in, the tent seems to just envelop everything that was around you, and it is bigger on the inside, or at least it feels like it is. Walking inside, the inside of the tent, you can see the circus red and white stripes all going to the top. There are large, like, ladders leaning onto wooden, like, big dowels going up to the center pole, and it looks like there's a long tightrope at the top. The seats are in a circle around the center. As you guys are walking in, they're still setting up. You see a lion in a cage being moved across the ground, hay scattered on the ground as the petting zoo is being cleaned up, kids riding on top of horses, and what appears to be a unicorn standing in the center, and a large panther, black, with a little bit of like purple mixed into the fur, and the children having a blast.
Boris. It's Boris.
There is a white spot on the back of this cat that's on the butt cheek almost. The cat is reacting to the children very well. They're petting him and giving him scratches, but he doesn't do anything. His claws never bare. He's very docile. And of course, Ryan's going to get bored. The star of the show, obviously.
Obviously.
The real MVP.
Yeah.
So, you guys, make a perception check, Sila, since I believe you are finding seats. You do have advantage, since
Yes.
I know that the other two will be looking as well.
Would you believe I rolled the same thing twice?
Okay,
Long boy.
take the point.
5.
Mm.
I rolled 2 3s. Off to a great start.
Sila, there's a unicorn in the center of the big top.
Guys, do you guys see that?
See what?
The unicorn, obviously. And there's a tightrope and everything. Wow, it's amazing.
It is a big top.
Yeah, it's definitely big. It's massive.
Boris came. Taka, what do you say, looking at everything
Boris.
inside of the circus tent?
Taka is just looking around and just taking it all in. He's never really been to a carnival before, and so he's just taking in all the sights and just hearing the atmosphere and just basically just looking around. Just looking. Doesn't really say anything.
Okay. Now, I know we have Boris Cam, but unfortunately, the twins are about to have a conversation outside. Now, a reminder for the two of you of what outside looks like. Standing outside of the tent, there is where the animals are being led, the giant petting zoo kind of like enclosure. There is a fire dancer's tent, and then the big top, more tents in the back, and the small little like makeshift tavern that the Latacar Curu has. There's tables and some private seating, but there's also just anywhere you can find like a few trees, a dead corner. So, Chris, this is your conversation you want to have. Where would you like to go?
I mean, I would probably just take him somewhere off to the side where there aren't a whole lot of people. So she leads him like probably to like the side of the tent where there's not a whole lot of people standing around.
Chiara, sister. What is it that you wish for?
I just wanted to talk to you for a moment.
Alright.
I wanted to apologize for being so harsh with you.
There's no apology needed. If a strange man came up with me and said that he was my brother, I would probably lose my mind.
It is, ever since you all arrived, things have just been so strange. And all of these memories coming back, it's confusing and quite disorienting. And I can't really pinpoint why just yet, but deep down, I do trust you. And I'm hoping to get my memories back, and I'm sure you and I have many good ones that we've shared.
We did. We had many great memories together. I can't wait to make more with you. I'm so glad to have you back.
She just kind of nods and like holds her hand out for like a little handshake.
I'm gonna roll insight check real quick.
Okay.
I need to.
Why?
Because last time you were this nice to me, you weren't you.
That's fair. That's
you can
fair.
definitely roll insight. There's nothing saying you can't.
You can vibe check me.
Can
A
you check
vibe
my
check's a
skills?
charisma-based thing.
No, I'm full on inciting.
Oh, we're going with a wisdom stat. Okay. Wait, is
Well.
insight wisdom? Yeah.
So charisma would have been better. That's 4.
Chris, are you telling the truth? Are you being
Yeah.
honest? Yeah.
I'm being sincere.
As far as you know, this is Chris.
He sees you extend your hand. No.
And he goes in for a hug.
I was just gonna pull him into a hug anyway. She hugs him and she's like, "Now this feels familiar," and she just kind of like happily hugs you back.
Oh, he almost cries as he just.
Oh,
I'm here. I'll simulate with Boris. All right.
Boris.
He's even got the arm around. Oh, hello.
Is he purring?
Oh yes.
Hi, Boris.
You want to say hello? You want to say hello, Kuta? For all those people who know that TikTok.
I summoned him.
There he is.
As soon as I said this, he started making noise. Oh my god. Okay. So the two of you are having a small little embrace outside. A few people look
Hugs.
over. One little kid, yay! As you guys are hugging. Like a really young, like maybe 4 or 5-year-old just claps a little bit. Mom hushes
Big
him,
mood kid.
puts him back in the chair.
That reminds me of Phaedros.
Who?
Oh, a friend of mine. You'll know him when we get back to Theros.
All right.
I'm kind of his uncle, in a sense.
So would that be his aunt?
We aren't blood related. It's more of a association. But if you are my sister, I guess that means that you are his aunt.
Well, good to know.
Kind of like how I am the uncle to Moro, who was back at the horse.
Ah, yes.
Not that I am not all for this reunion, but should we go see our friends?
Sure, they said they were going to save us seats.
Wonderful. You lead the way.
All right. And then I go in and try to look for Sila and everybody.
All right.
Prometheus is just like,
He's like, "You go ahead." He's
I go cry.
doing like the lip thing.
Yeah, he is. I'm gonna roll a wisdom save for him, see if he actually is able to hold back a tear. Because with a save of a 19, a single tear. Yes, he does.
A single
But he is able to keep
tear
a very
slips down
happy.
his face.
Yeah.
He shows
He's able to keep
emotion without a trace. He hides
Sucks
it back
behind
into
his tear
a
duct.
mask so strong.
I'm just leaking from my eyes.
Is what?
That's called crying, Chromius.
Don't worry about it.
It is okay if I'm meant to cry.
So you guys go inside the tent.
Is that a
Did you
black
see
and
Sarah?
unicorn?
It is.
appears
It's a
so.
unicorn.
Is Silas still standing there just looking at the unicorn?
Oh yeah, we haven't moved. We haven't found seats. I rolled a
guys
5. We
walk
haven't found
in,
any seats.
You kind of bump into him.
Oh, hello, friends.
Scylla doesn't even react. She's like,
Unicorn.
I thought those were only myth.
Well, I thought Theros was a myth, and here we go.
I guess that is the case. Now, should we find seats before the show starts?
Yes, probably. Does anyone have any
what-
preference on where they sit?
I was going to ask you.
I'm gonna go with the cinema. Is there any seats like middle row, 3/4 of the way back? It's usually the best place to sit.
but yeah, cinema seats. There is definitely
Yeah.
a few free spots that would suit your liking.
Yeah, over there will do. Yeah.
Just realized that the familiars are here on the map. They're not supposed to be there by. Well, I know Kaha would be with you, but technically they're not on the map.
That is still the best name for a bird. I love it.
Give that to George. That was all him.
If I ever get a pet bird, I'm naming it Kaha in your honor.
Thank you.
Before we go over to our seats, can I walk over to the panther and pet it?
Okay. You step down the stairs, and a few of the attendants they wave at you. One of them is this cheerful, bright, like red, like kind of clown, almost like Ronald McDonald style, but like more poof. Walks up to you and goes, "Oh, hey there. You wanting to pet the panther?
I would love to pet the panther.
Alrighty, it's gonna cost you one of your little tickets."
Do I have any tickets?
I would say you have one of the you guys got a punch card at the very beginning. This person's basically asking to punch your card
Oh,
because you guys
okay.
paid for everything. All right, thank you very much. Ooga, here you go. Now, the panther's name is Boris, and I need you to go up and be very, very gentle. But then you can start petting him so aggressively.
I walk up very carefully. And I let him come to me.
Oh, you need a handling check.
Oh no. That's my dumb
Chromius,
stat.
Chromius, watch out, those things are wild.
I don't care, it's adorable.
They have murder mittens.
Stupid.
That's a natural 16 because I have no bonus animal handling.
Okay. Boris comes up to you. Kind of checks you out for a second. Comes up to you and asks to be pet. It's only fitting that Ryan can pet his own damn cat.
It works.
Augustus really wanted it to be Nat 1 just to see what happened.
Gets my hand bit off.
Boris attacks you in real life. Oh, you little baby.
Hi.
Looky here. Oh, my heart.
We love Boris.
One
I'm
of
just
the
gonna sit here for the whole stream.
one of the other clowns comes up and goes to the party. Hi there, welcome to the Big Top Show. How can I get you guys seated today?
Can we sit like middle row, 3/4 of the way back?
What about the word of the way? What's that? That's a trick question. There are no sides to a circle.
Chris is just like, what is wrong with it?
Afra is just dead. No expression.
Yeah, Tucker is
Why are
just
you guys
is
tough
just
cookies?
Tucker is
Silence.
just
Beaming.
Everybody else is.
Silas having the time of her life.
Could
I mean,
get
Chris
your
isn't mean
card so I
mugging.
can mark you for your seats, and then I can walk you all the way to where you guys want to go.
Yeah, of course. I will hand all of them over because we bond, didn't we? I will just hand all of them.
Kirkling. Kirkling. And one more for the really special one over there. Boop! Boobs Abva on the nose. Gurgly! Passes out the tickets to everybody.
Thank you. What's your name?
Oh, my name. My name is Smithers.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Smith.
It's a pleasure to meet your queens.
Smithers the clown.
Make an Arcana roll.
Who, me?
Oh my.
I just rolled another 3.
Never mind.
That's 3 threes. Wait, what's my...
Never mind.
So another 5. Another 5.
Never mind.
Could I make a vibe or
That's-
insight check on them?
That is going in jail.
Whichever you want to do. Vibe check is charisma based. Wisdom is for insight. Whatever you
I'ma
want to do.
do insight because I have a +5. That is a math. 21.
Okay. As you are hearing the exchange between Scylla and Smithers,
Hmm.
he makes like eye contact with you, and you see it's almost like his smile is plastered onto his face, like he can't stop smiling if he wanted to.
That's sus.
His eyes
Eh,
scream fear, but his face is happy.
Right. And I can't make an Arcana check, can I? Because it's already been made. Damn it. That's okay.
Can I help you with anything?
Oh, I just love that smile. Blink twice if you're right. Blink 3 times if you're injured.
Yeah, have a good one. And he turns off away.
Akka, what are you doing? He's just performing.
Vision.
What
Tucker will just be like, and basically put one arm around Chromius, but like tightly, like bring him in. I'm like, okay, so this is what's happening, brother. Right? That person right there was very. I feel very bad because they're being forced to smile, and they are indeed in danger. So something is up.
Perhaps we should keep
So-
an eye out.
Yes, that would be wise.
Yes. I will keep an eye out. Obviously, we should enjoy the show, but if
Obviously,
and
definitely.
perhaps we can do something else.
Yes. I'll
Somebody
just
is
make
really
sure
going to
that
be all about the attention today.
I'll just make sure that Kai, and he brushes Kai's the side of Kai's beak, to make sure to keep an eye out. I want you to stay on. He looked up to Kai and just goes, "Okay, I want you to stay on alert. You can still watch everything, but I know that you can do 2 things at once. But just
His eyes
Try
kind
to
of
keep an
like
eye out.
split. One looking one direction, one looking a different direction. They come right back. You got it! And he flies to the top of the circus tent. And he turns invisible.
hell yeah,
Since when did he do that?
since always.
Am I just that blind?
Yes, you are, brother.
All the lights start turning off. Very
Do-
slowly, one at a time. Yes?
Of course you would be so blind to the sun for so long.
The shade!
Malaka.
Get it? This is why I don't tell jokes. I'm a dungeon master.
Let me just.
Oh no, I got it.
The voice of God is attacking me.
Let's both.
The voice of God.
So I'm not gonna move you guys on the map. This is pretty much just being able to stare at this tent and everything. But you guys all get seated. All the lights go out in the circus. A spotlight hits the very center. There's no one standing there, but after a moment, Mustafa walks in. The center of the ring, dressed in a top hat and flowing pants, a jacket over his exposed chest. Ladies and gentlemen, and members of day and night, we welcome you to a tale that we hope fills you with delight. He claps his hands and a little confetti shoots out from his sleeves. A few of the kids giggle and chuckle. We come from far away. We've landed here by fate. All our deeds will astound with the telling of the hand of the eight. Imagine, if you will, the plane of prime material. Varied aspects, with mountains tall, imperial, oceans deep and wide, and forests across the land. But tonight, our story begins where water meets sand. All the lights come up, only in the center. Tonight we'll be crafting a world different from the lives you've known. The walls of this circus fall, becoming dust and sand, as it's shown. For at your feet nothing sand exists in this land. In the heat of this desert, the haze of a mystery is at hand. With a little swish of his cloak, he disappears, and the spotlight turns off. So I'm going to just move him to the side, because he's obviously just doing stage magic. And there, appearing around the center pole of the tent, a blazing fire sparks to life. And from the fire steps 3 beautiful people. A man, bright red skin and hair that appears to be crackling like the embers of fire he was seemingly born from. His clothes are black and sleek, with a pair of deep red suspenders resting on his shoulders. The other 2 figures are women, wearing long, puffy black dresses that suddenly light up into flames, the fabric charring and fading into deeper reds, with gold charms appearing interlaced in the cloth. Core Fey women, or a nicer way of saying belly dancer. Dancers with ornate scarves covering their bodies stand before the crowd, mirroring each other as they take a deep bow. Do any of you guys applaud?
Yes.
Avra doesn't care. Splendid.
Oh, also,
While we're applauding, can I do a thing?
I'm going to hand Avra their teacup. This was supposed to.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do.
Oh,
Oh, Avra,
Well, then you do it.
in the
'Cause
middle of
like,
the performance, as people are applauding the appearance of the first act, you guys are handed 2 little tiny teacups. Taka, what is your favorite drink?
My favorite drink is the tree nectar that Nylea had given him when he was being brought back to health.
Okay. As you are handed this empty cup, you see it fill with the same liquid that came from the tree that she enchanted to save your life. And as you drink from it, it refills every single time.
Do we get to keep this?
I think it's like a souvenir or something.
As far as I know.
mine is full of Malagusia.
Say less, don't worry. It's
Avra, what is your
starts
favorite drink?
chugging.
It's Stolen Valley red wine.
That's what
yes, red
appears in
wine.
your teacup.
For anyone who doesn't know, Stolen Valley wine is incredibly potent.
Do I have to pull up the intoxication rules? You'll be fine.
She knows how to pace
fine.
herself.
As you I believe, are you making are you gonna turn it around and stuff, or are you just gonna start drinking it?
Take 1 sip, drinking from it very slowly as you something as potent as that, but put it in her other hand, like beneath the bleacher. She's fiddling with a Dickamai.
Which is
The form's kind of changing a little. Her weapon
trying to keep yourself
The
in
form's
in that
kinda-
state of mind.
changing a little bit.
Okay.
She's watching. She's also just letting a little bit of revelry magic sink into the room.
Even more, I see. Okay.
Chromius is holding onto his spear, so Heliod can enjoy if he wishes.
You're doing it like this. Like you're obviously trying to. It kind of looks like you're holding a phone recording it, but trying to look like you're not recording it.
I like the idea that he's just got the spear. He's sitting back and just.
Funny enough,
Why are you
nobody's
so
asked you
dramatic?
to put away your weapons.
On the other side is
That is
Sila,
odd.
and this is like almost right in front of Chris.
What are you doing?
Avra,
I'm
as you
here to
are
watch.
drinking your lovely little, I was gonna use a word and then I realized it wasn't the right word to describe it. As you're drinking from your teacup, you notice it doesn't even spill. Like if you accidentally get bumped, it doesn't fall out of the cup. It seems to just shrink and fall, and like slosh around to make sure you don't lose anything. All right. The fire dancers begin their performance, performing as a trio, weaving between one another seamlessly, until they pass. Sparks fly up, and suddenly each of the women has a halo of flames around their hair. They dance like fire, transformed by rousing music, flowing in graceful arcs, limbs in constant motion, painting a picture of sound alone that can't be achieved. Just with words or with lyrics, this is more a dream that's come to life. They bring a wordless interpretation of the beats, of the soft strings, in a way that everyone seems to be understanding. This story of sand, of fire, of unkindled youth. They separate and each stretch the halo into a line and continue to dance, using the fire like a scarf or a ribbon in their hands. Then at the end, they come together and send the flames up to collide near the ceiling, creating a small explosion that sends sparks cascading down onto the audience. But the embers go out before they reach anyone's heads. They wait and pause for applaud.
I would clap louder if I could.
Chromius does the thing that soldiers would do and smacks the spear against the ground, kind of stomping with it to try and get the thump, 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 thump.
You hear the lion roar, and you look over, and it's looking through the backstage slit watching, and it like roars in its own version of like congratulations for a good show.
Kitty.
Are these cats druids?
The dancers bow, and as they do, they all disappear into mist. And that mist materializes as Mustafa.
Before it does,
Mhm.
Chromius leans forwards and screams, Malaka, where did they go?
And then
They vanished right before our eyes.
Mustafa is standing in that
Magic
place.
Chromius.
He's clapping. Thank you. Those were our fire dancers. You may see them in your own time after the performance. Let me tell you another story. One of flight and sorrowful cries. For a pair of little birds, and his eyes find Chris and Chromius, locked in the cage, longing to see the skies. Their father abandoned their cage. His carelessness a sin amongst men. He breaks eye contact and looks somewhere else. For the birds have found their circus and have gained freedom once again. And he gestures towards the rafters. Standing on either end of the two large, like, other poles leading up to the center, where that trapeze line is, are two blonde-haired performers. They're 80 feet in the air, holding on trapeze bars. Each of them is dressed in sequins, the boy and the girl, and they reflect the light as if it was drawn to them. As if it took the same delight as the dawn does in igniting colors to maximize brightness, the way that Heliod maximizes Chromius's power. The twins bow. All the lights shine upwards on them. Any comments before they start their routine?
I'm like hitting whoever's next because that's Viv and Val. That's Viv and Val.
It's
So Chromius, you're getting hit in the shoulder. Sorry.
Who's Viv and Val?
They're the trapeze artists. They're twins.
Right.
Yes.
I don't like how he stared at us, Chromius.
I don't either.
How
It was
old do they
creepy.
look? Do they look old?
They look to be either a few years younger or the same age as Chris and Chromius.
But Chris and Chromius are different ages.
Like they're twins. If they were about the same age, they look the same age, but they're different ages.
Right. Cool.
These two look to be. I'll use just Chris then. They look about the same age as Chris.
because we got to
Sounds about
remember
right.
that Chromius is older than Chris now.
Hydrate. Oh, fuck, I'm out of water. Hold on. I'll be right back. I gotta go get my water.
Hydrate, people, hydrate.
Damn you! Damn you, damn.
Right, that's an uncomfortable position. I can only hold it for so long.
Great.
I grabbed this to make it extra realistic.
So, random quick question then, how old would Chris be if Chromius is older?
Probably 19.
Oh.
It might be a 5-year difference.
Because of the time difference between Nicodranus and Theros? Weird things.
Damn you.
Science. Dimensions.
I think we did the math. Theros is 20 times faster than.
Already, God. Already.
Damn.
I'm gonna regret
So-
making those.
Well, you're doing long descriptions. It's important to hydrate.
Thanks.
You're very welcome.
Also, I believe that Chris is either 19 or 20, while Chromius is 24. I believe that that's the difference we came up with.
Right. That sounds right.
Okay.
Okay. So that Layla doesn't yell at me.
Let's see.
Oh, it was you.
One sip.
That face.
I
Also-
swear to God, Layla.
Augustus noticed it
Oh
as well.
no, Augustus. I think
Yes,
I know what he's
Augustus,
looking
go.
at. Oh no.
It is the kendo stick, but it's now
Take-
right
take
now
a
it's
quick
a spear.
second to see
okay?
if
So we're gonna
Augustus
be
does
fine.
the thing I know he's gonna do. So you guys liking the circus so far?
Right. I'm very interested to see. Actually, I'm going to ask Heliod if he's enjoying the circus.
Yo. Those fire dancers are cool, man. That's fucking dope.
Is he looking high?
I agree.
Wait, is Heliod high off Revel energy?
That's fucking dope, man.
What's wrong with you, Heliod?
I don't know. I feel great.
Immediately, and it's not metagame, he's gonna look right over at Avra and try and see if Avra's doing anything.
Roll an
because
insight check.
if Heliod's off, something's off, and that's
I
probably
guess
gonna
roll a
go.
deception check or sleight of hand to try to hide what you're doing, Avra.
Nope, don't even need to roll. Don't even need to roll.
A 2.
I rolled
Yeah,
a
my
2.
bonus, my bonus is higher than that.
You look over. Avra looks like she's enjoying the circus as much as she can enjoy anything.
As much as she can feel joy anymore.
George, is Taka enjoying the circus?
Taka is watching. Yes, sure, enjoying it, but is still a bit on edge because he's Taka. So
Okay.
he's looking around and kind of looking up to where just to find where Kaha is, even though he can't see Kaha at the moment.
No.
But he is very much looking around, keeping his eye out.
I got you. So, they begin their performance. They are 80 feet in the air. It is obvious from the very beginning that these two trust each other completely. As they flip and twist through the air, catching each other by just the tips of their fingers, or by hooking one foot with another. The crowd is enraptured. Upon that trapeze, they are birds. They fly. They share their dance with one another, and with gravity too. Then, Aver, you feel your spear shake, and you just hear, "Uh-oh," come from the spear. Is it a spear, or is it shaped into something else?
It's a dagger right now, so it's easier to hide.
You hear from the dagger. Uh-oh.
What? Oh.
Viv is tossed high into the air, spinning and flipping. As she comes back down and reaches out her hand for her brother, their fingers brush, but don't catch, and she starts plummeting to the ground.
I cast Featherfall.
What's the range of Featherfall?
It's like
60 feet.
People are screaming. She's 80 feet in the
Yep.
air, falling down.
So,
You wait till she falls 20 feet,
Yeah.
and then
The crowd's gasping. People are screaming. She's thrashing in the air. You're gonna wait until she gets about 20 feet and
I'm gonna
cast it?
reach into my bag. I have like my components, and I take out feathers, and I'm gonna throw them at her and cast Featherfall.
All right, roll
Once she gets,
roll a sleight of hand check to see how fast you're able to do it.
I'm not using those dice because they've rolled 3 threes. What was it? Sleight of hand?
Mm-hmm.
Maths. 22.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything as this happens?
Wait. With
Taka
Senegos.
will do. Oh, sorry.
No, after you.
Taka will do a whistle of to Kaha to basically try and plummet down and grab onto their shoulders and just whoosh, and try and slow down the descent as well.
Okay.
I'm going
Promise?
to dash over to under her because she's only 40 feet away. And I'm going to try and catch her.
I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Okay.
Because we are a dramatic folks.
Wait, with Senegos, was it a uh-oh, something's gonna go wrong, or uh-oh?
It was a shit. It was a
Oh.
fuck.
It was an actual
Oh, no.
legitimate. It was
Oh,
actual
fuck.
legitimate.
Pretty much. All right.
I got a 19 on my initiative.
21.
There's 20. Flaccid 20. If you're...
Where's her
Thank you
fucking-
very much. I enjoy
Use
that so
yours.
much. I hate that so much.
It's a little bit independent.
21. 9. 21.
Featherfall is a reaction though. So would have happened is
I understand. Okay. Chris? Gross?
13.
19.
19. Is anybody biased?
Got 21. I think I was the highest.
She got a 22.
the reaction.
Should I roll? Oh wait. Should I roll initiative? Kaha?
I will say I would let you do it, but it's kind of the moment. I'll let you do it. Why not?
Okay. What's the modifier again?
+2.
I need to get in that. No, I don't want to get in that 20. Nah, it's not in that 20.
Alright.
Don't even bother. It's a flaccid.
Oh,
it's a
man.
flaccid, but it's not a natural 20.
Okay. Her brother is screaming in the kind of pain that makes Chromius make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no.
Sound just like him.
While watching
The
his twin
aggressive,
sister get
Wait a
drop
minute.
guttural, the guttural no when something you have no control over is happening right in front of you, and your sister might be dying.
Flashbacks.
That is a 17.
You have the flashback, but your brain goes immediately, and you look look over at Chris. Chris, wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
I knew it was coming.
Traumatized twins. Traumatized twins.
Okay.
Everything is fun when there's traumatized twins.
So everyone else is
I
doing
got a
something.
10.
Everyone else is doing something. Alfred is doing something as well.
If you somehow counter a feather fall, I swear to God. So, I swear to
No,
God.
she takes a sip of her mug, of her teacup.
Beautiful. Chris? You go unconscious.
Great.
You just fully pass out.
I catch her.
Viv did go first. She is falling this round, but your feather fall is a reaction that sets off. You see, she starts slowing down, but she's right before she hits the ground. A pair of angel wings extend from her back, and she swoops over the crowd, soaring high back into the air.
How?
And her brother, in
Rude.
that guttural scream, immediately just drops it and is like, just covers his face, sitting in front of the, just like,
Wait, wings? Are they similar to
Offended.
to Taka's kind?
make Theros people make a history check.
I'm unconscious. Is that even a thing I can do right now?
Roll me a d20.
15.
Cool.
Chris, roll me a d20.
Me?
19.
Yeah.
Like history.
Natural 20.
5.
Okay.
So natural 20. Natural 20. After modifiers, an 18.
Right. Because you have a negative.
Oh, you're 6.
Theros people, you got it. Chris, what was your d20 roll?
5.
That's a failure, okay. All of you
Do I see?
notice the wings, and your eyes follow them. They're not just like a normal, like, white angel wings. They are the color white, like sunlight. Just pure and elegant. And Avra, you know that these are fake. Or they're disguised. But you don't know what it's supposed to be underneath. But these are a replica of Azamar wings from Theros. Viv picks up her brother Val, tossing him into the air and catching him in one hand mid-flight. They circle the tent before they return to their platforms. She grabs a microphone and goes, "Sorry, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to fall. I'm okay. Thank you for everyone who helped." And points to you, Sila.
Are
You
you
saved
fine?
my life.
Okay.
Everyone starts clapping really slowly, but it builds and
Is
Chromia
Chris
is-
okay?
Taka
Freaking out
will
'cause
go
it's
over
holding.
to Chris.
Yeah, it's
He's
Definitely.
holding
And
at the moment.
just, oh, okay. Taka will see that and just be like, no, it's okay.
No, come. What? It's just.
is she
She just passed out.
I think I do need to talk to that. I think I do
Taka
need to talk to
will,
that fortune teller.
Taka will,
you think she saw that coming?
will mash his hands together and just place some magic on it, and they heal 4 hit points.
I think
Oh my
that
God,
was a. I think that was a performance specifically designed for the twins.
I hate to agree, but I do.
See, I told you, man. I told you about this place, brother.
where's my d20? There it is. Chris, you wake up. First person you
Oh,
see
yeah.
is Taka, waking you up.
What happened? Do I even remember anything?
This is Taka Harris, follower of Nylea, your brother's brother. These two were scheduled to fight the day you were thrown over. Your father's name is Akros. And that's it. Oh, not Akros, Anax, excuse me.
Good something.
I'm sorry. He just gets up and just walks over to his seat and just slips on it and just centers himself.
Thank you, Doc.
So are you okay?
I feel like Rachel's frozen. Yeah,
Yeah,
Rachel's
Rachel's
frozen.
No.
Let's stare at it just a little bit longer.
Can we just acknowledge their what they're cosplaying at the moment? It's pretty
Oh my god, yeah.
it's pretty dope.
To message Rachel, know that she's frozen.
I'll text her.
Also, Layla, your brother was in the chat.
Yeah, I saw.
60 feet!
Yeah, I think you heard it from upstairs.
I think their Wi-Fi is down because my Facebook message isn't good.
Oh. I have butt.
No.
That is
There
big
goes
butt.
the camera.
Yep, exactly. Internet went out.
Ah,
They'll probably as soon as they can.
And there she goes. Okay.
Yep.
So all
I'm
of
just say she's
you.
role playing being unconscious.
So all
It's
of
fine.
you are
It's fine.
collecting yourselves after the whole Krisk passing out, Viv falling, and the angel wings and everything. Everything starts to settle again, and Vasta returns. Hi, Rachel.
Hello.
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 That was a great time for my internet to just eat itself.
Sister, are you alright?
Okay, like it cut off right like when you said that I knew it was Taka, and he and Chromius were about to gonna fight.
Okay. You.
Everything
First
after that I
person you
missed.
see is Taka. You know who Taka is to your family, to you, and you remember a lot more things about Taka. Like, okay, yeah, you're from Theros as well. You are family to me. Not related, but you're family to me. And you two were scheduled to fight the day that I was called out by my father, and my father's name Annex.
And that's all the things I get from that nice nap. Okay. What happened?
You.
Yeah, what?
There was an incident with the circus, and you passed out.
Okay.
Someone set up a performance just for the
So no, this
That's
is where,
it's probably why he looked at the screen. I'm okay. I given a few more things.
If it's
I
too
remember
much,
you back.
That's good.
And I gave him like a little hug.
Can you tell who it
He
was?
just places his head down, a very heavy head on her shoulders, and just
No.
takes a deep exhale.
I can,
I was talking to us. Do you have any idea who it was?
Oh, are you
Talking to Zed, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Zed, I guess.
I have no idea. I am looking in the lid.
Kirill is acting off.
When he said that, man.
As they're having conversations, he just all right. He just pats Chris and just steps away a bit.
you're allowed to
Don't let it
smile.
show.
What kind of off?
Something's off. I don't know. This is around the time that Mustafa re-enters the center. Thank you, twins. Thank you, audience. You were amazing. Thank you for joining us today, and please stay with us. Return for the evening show where dark magic runs rampant. Stay. Stay. Stay.
And
I need everyone in the party to roll a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Oh, no.
Roll
Cool.
drink.
So,
Wine and drinks that was given to you by the fortune teller.
I just rolled 2.
Max, chatting
Eight.
the stuff in.
I just rolled 2 16s.
I just rolled 2 18s.
I rolled 2 18s, and then I get dirty. I
20s.
9 plus 10. That did not.
13.
I
got a 12.
Woo! Guess
get it right.
I can roll and roll 20, but that was dumb.
1 second, guys.
feel
You
like-
all-
Charmed.
I'm going to be deafening myself. I'm gonna see if I can fix the audio. And for the stream, we are going to be taking our break here. So you guys sit tight and let's see what happens. We all come back to Hand of the Eight.
I believe you rolled 2 18s. I rolled 2 3s.
All right. As an action, I can